like Miley
wait.
Cyrus to Hannah Montana, definitely an
Clam.
install.
Clam, are you seeing what I'm seeing right now?
I'm seeing I'm thinking, yeah. Sure. All right. I'm just throw everything out the window. We're getting the Donkey Kong Padrino versus ARJAY Lucina.
Wow.
Which,
okay.
if you're gonna play a matchup, this is the matchup you want to play if you're ARJAY.
Oh yeah. I mean, I told you, Don Padrino, I mean, all we've seen is the Samus tonight. I told you, he literally is a DK main. Samus is actually typically considered his secondary. I mean, although, like I said, just because of DK being the way he is and having not the best matchup spread, he does use Samus, or Dark Samus, I should say, a lot more frequently than he used to. I mean, he plays regular Samus too, but, you know, Dark Samus is the pick. And ARJAY, on the other hand, did not even know they had a Lucina. Like I said, ARJAY is another player where this is the first time that I personally, as a commentator, have seen this player. So I was definitely more used to the Samus and the Falcon, and apparently they just had like a nasty counterpick war out here or something. And
yeah, no kidding.
ARJAY won that battle for sure on the sticks. But I mean, hey, Don Padrino's DK is pretty good, but yeah, this matchup's not.
I mean, if you can make it, like, this is one game, if you're Don Padrino, it's not looking great right now, but you would love to win this game because it means like any game that, like, if you can win this game, that is so mentally strengthening for your own futures in this set. And it's looking okay, but the stock lead tells a different story here.
Yeah, like Don Padrino just trying real hard just to knock one out of the park right now. He's already getting lapped in percent as we speak. The matchup in play right here for sure, but I mean, oh god, narrowly getting that shield out and not taking the stock. Oh my god, he's all these
please punish. Please, I'm begging you. I'm on my hands and knees begging you. Like, I'm literally getting out of my chair on my hands and knees begging you to punish one of these upbeats.
Oh, you can cry Wi-Fi all you want, ladies and gentlemen. That was just hard to see. Don Padrino finally able to take the stock right there, but not without eating a lot more damage than he necessarily had to beforehand. But this is DK we're talking about. This character is the definition of a cheese lord. All he has to do is rack this percentage up, get Lucina to about above 100, which is non-mash-out territory, and carry her off. But he's going to eat neutral air for his troubles before any of that happens. And yeah, just at play here, Clamhat. What's a DK to do?
Ooh, and that's gonna be a punish. Doesn't get the last hit of the Dancing Blade, but this might just be a kill here.
Yeah.
This is one of those disgusting Lucina edge guards we've seen time and time again, but Don Padrino getting on stage, getting off stage, and getting into the blast zone courtesy of that forward smash from ARJAY.
ARJAY was really confident there to go for an up air to continue that onslaught instead of a back air. Or a forward air or anything. Like, he could have just kept DK off the level forever, but wanted to just go for the up air. That really just goes to show that either ARJAY messed up there, or they're just so confident that they'll just keep DK in disadvantage to the point where they'll just eventually kill them by going for an up air there instead. You know, that's the vibe I'm getting from this Lucina.
I mean, juggling DK as Lucina is it's not free, but it is wholesale. Like, you get that at Costco. So, okay. That was a game that Don Padrino would have loved to win. He didn't. And now, you see both players exiting the arena. I'm getting my wallet out right now, and putting all of the cash that I have onto my desk right now. I'm betting against nobody, but I am betting that we are not getting the same character matchup here in game number 2.
I'm not gonna take my wallet out because I'm not gonna bet against that. Because I'm not a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. At least we got one counter pick. I mean, Don Padrino sticking tight with the DK here. Knuckling down in losers finals. ARJAY, however, feeling pretty confident, instead electing to go with the Captain Falcon here as the counter pick. Very interesting stuff. I mean, I do believe they counter pick it's been a minute. They counterpick characters first before stages, right? Or is it the other way around?
Correct.
So I guess they decided to just go to this big stage as a result of this matchup. ARJAY out here with the Falcon. Definitely a character that can cover space pretty solidly against Donkey Kong, but at the end of the day, this is Falcon. Very fast faller, very big combo food for a Donkey Kong for sure.
Two things here. Number one, this is one of the characters that Falcon loves to play against the most. I think that applies mostly to every character, but I mean, Falcon, like, you know, whenever you get to play against a Donkey Kong, you're looking to have fun. Now, the second thing I want to bring up is that this is RJ who won game 1 and then also changed characters, which is one of the rarest things you'll see in any best of 3, best of 5 set. Is the wow, that turnaround there, very, very nice.
Yeah, he's out here, you know, like he bans his stages, and then, you know, Don Padrino picks the stages from what he has left, and then he's the one who gets to like you know, choose his character first, so he has his confidence in the DK for sure. Yeah, it's very interesting to see, like, somebody win a game and then change characters for sure, especially with how that went down. Perhaps what happened is that, knee combo takes the stock. I was gonna say, maybe RJ just didn't like the stages that he was dealt with there, but it's looking like it's not gonna matter. The Captain Falcon making just as quick work of this DK as the Lucina did.
Maybe even quicker. But Don Padrino finally finding a stock here, but hasn't really been able to find a whole lot besides scattered hits and, you know, an up air here and there.
Might get a reversal here, though. Good spacing. I love the way he used that up B like a DK is one to do to reverse the edge guard situation right there. You know how they do. Like they'll start like right at the edge guard side of it, and then they'll slowly drift to the other side of it, make sure they get hit by the right side hitbox so they get launched the other way. Nami is definitely one to, not Don Padrino, I should say, is definitely one to do that. He loves to like just go for like all the like little nuances that he knows DK has.
That's okay.
Oh,
well,
no.
I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of the Don Padrino DK right there. Going down 2-0 now against RJ off of an unfortunate self-destruct. Not even trying to go for like the edge guard fully, which kind of makes sense. I mean, he wasn't above, RJ wasn't above 100%, so you know he would have been able to mash out of it. And even if for whatever reason he didn't mash out, he gets thrown, he's likely going to live since he's at relatively low percent. And now you are below Captain Falcon when you're recovering as Donkey Kong. That's the meatiest,
that was a pretty
meatiest
fast
downer
match
I've ever heard. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, it's just the meatiest downer I've ever heard, though. So either way, I think what I'm saying is I think Don Padrino didn't decide to go for the throw right there and instead just decided to run off the level, specifically because he knew that if he mashed out by throwing him too far, if he committed too far to the blast zone, that edge guard situation probably would have been reversed, right? And he would have just eaten like a Falcon downer or something for it. But now Padrino's done. He's just like, all right, just this character's better. I'm gonna go Dark Samus now, like, you know, zone you out, set up my lockdown 50-50s and frame traps again, edge guard you well. The character's just better and is also better on Wi-Fi, I would say as well. Yeah, they say Samus is a Wi-Fi character, Clamhat. You know what it is.
I do. And it took us 2 games, but we did get the character matchup that we were expecting at the start of this set, which is RJ's Captain Falcon versus Don Padrino's Dark Samus. And right from the jump, Don Padrino looking much, much stronger and much, much more comfortable here against this Falcon.
Yeah, you know, game number 2, like, maybe he, like, decided to go Captain Falcon specifically so he could get Don Padrino to stay Donkey Kong. Because he had confidence in the Falcon versus DK matchup. Might have been one of those, like, subtle mind game things to be like, okay, I'm gonna get this guy to stay the character that I want him to stay, despite, you know, it being a different matchup, because I have so much confidence in the Falcon. But now it's game number 3, and Don Padrino is finally gonna counterpick, but it's not without losing 2 games in the set already, Clamhat, which is a much worse position to be in than just 1. That's a lot of momentum lost. That's a lot of momentum that Don Padrino is gonna have to put forth if he wants to now win this set. He's got to reverse 3-0 this man if he wants to advance to grand finals to get his run back against Komar. And so far, Don Padrino looking like he definitely wants that.
You know what? It wouldn't be the first 3-0 that Don Padrino pulled off against RJ even tonight.
Oh,
because
God.
So, you know, maybe the second game of DK was really, really trusting in that Dark Samus, because holy cannoli, that is a quick response here from Don Padrino.
Looking like a different player out here. I mean, you saw
want a
like
3-0. How about a 3 stock?
Look at what was
Was
happening.
that a 3 stock? I'm pretty sure that was a 3 stock.
Yes,
right?
it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, my friend. Clean 3 stocks, 50-50 scenarios. You saw what he was getting out of those grabs. Like, he was specifically doing down throws and not following up out of up tilts, so he could just catch him in, cancel it, and then get the neutral B charge shot. That's what Don Padrino does. He wakes up in the morning, he's just like, damn, I hope I found a new way to charge shot somebody today. And he does. Every time. Like, his Samus is very, very good. It's not a Wi-Fi thing. Trust me, I've played it regularly offline. Like, this Samus mixes you on the sticks. And now we couldn't avoid it. Once again, like we said, the last fusion, we started with Samus Dittos, and we're going to borderline finish with Samus Dittos. How are you going to end a Wi-Fi bracket series any other way?
Well, how about Samus versus Pac-Man, which is basically what we're assured now. But
Pretty much.
That's most likely in the future. But this is what's in front of us right now. So this is the first unique character matchup that we've had. Now the big question here is, if Padrino is able to find the win here in this pseudo Ditto, there's still the option that RJ could potentially go Lucina for game number 5. So there's still a lot of stuff up in the air here, but RJ, you have to figure, is looking to take this in 4 games and not put that to the test.
I think these guys were just really, like, trying to avoid doing a Samus Ditto. And that's why
I think that's very, very likely.
That's why they just, like, started with DK Lucina.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, so far this game actually looking a little more in the favor of RJ at the very least in terms of percent this time around. Rocking the Metroid Prime 2 Echo suit, like you said. This time going to take the first stock, though. First blood in the favor of RJ. Not something we saw in these guys' first set that we saw earlier.
No.
Just friendly reminder, that was a 3-0 in terms of Samus Dittos in their winner's semifinal set. Actually forced RJ to switch to Falcon in the last game, which Don Padrino still ate up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just like he did with that first stock in the favor of Don Padrino. Or like for Don Padrino's first stock that he takes in this game with the forward air, right back to even.
Yeah, and it's a really nice cleanup from Don Padrino, and it's something that you really need to see if you're gonna be betting on those Don Padrino stonks in game number 4. You can't let leads snowball against Samus, because Samus is an extra credit monster when she's playing at range like this.
Yeah, you definitely got to make sure you don't short sell it here, because there's just something else that you're going to have to do in terms of actually playing the neutral when it is the Samus Ditto, like we mentioned before, as well as just getting these clean edge guards. Samus, you see what Don Padrino is doing right there, like using the bombs to sort of just slow his way back to the stage, make sure he can recover nice and easy. But you also got to be careful not to do that kind of stuff too high, because that is where Samus becomes an absolute sitting duck. When you get her in the air and disadvantage, she becomes so easy to hit. Even if she does bait out the bomb, your character has any semblance of airspeed, it's going to be rough for you right there. And the beautiful, intentional footstool.
Oh yeah.
From Don Padrino, dude. What do you know about that?
I was just gonna say, like, anytime you get an offstage KO with a footstool, you get to call it intentional. But that was as intentional looking as ever there was one. And Don Padrino, this is okay, evening it up with the chart shot, but this game has really been Don Padrino saying, like, I don't think you can beat me in a Samus Ditto. And it's really Don Padrino calling out RJ. All these, like, meme, or I'm not going to call the DK pick a meme, but, like, all these, like, character counter pick wars, like, we are ultimately going to come back here, I think, always. I think that was always where this set was going to wind up. And Don Padrino likes that a lot more than RJ, because look at the damage lead right now. I think Don Padrino just wins the Samus Ditto outright every time.
That was such a solid, quick turnaround, short hop, macro forward air on the part of Don Padrino right there. Insane stuff. Like I said, he looks for that move. He really, really looks for that move. You see him doing it again in the full hop right there. Loves to intercept with that move, and will get these quick neutral airs out instead on top of everything else. This guy just knows how to use option coverage and to also just play up close with Samus, which some Samus players really do not know how to do, but not Don Padrino. Trust me, he loves to pick up on opponents' habits and learn how to intercept with that move. But right now, he's going to have to intercept with it really quickly if he wants to be able to win this game, win this set. Oh my god.
Yeah, because you're forgetting the fact that, like, this is Don Padrino. This is Don Padrino cutting things very, very close in that last stock situation. That was maybe the closest Samus Ditto, I think, of the 3 that they played. Because it is only 3 games. And like towards the end of that, I was like, I was winding up, because the point I was going to make here is that, okay, it's game 5, but considering how the first, like, if I told you that it was going to be Lucina DK, and then Lucina Falcon, and then Dark Samus Falcon, and then a Samus Ditto, like, I would say, okay, obviously ARJAY wins the first 2 games, obviously Don Padrino wins the second 2 games, obviously. And of course, that's where we are. But towards the end of that game, it's like, wait a second. like, if RJ wins one of these Samus Ditto games, this set's over. Like, this set is over, and you don't even get the chance. Now, we don't see the Lucina. We do see the Samus Ditto. RJ is putting all of the eggs into this basket. Both of these players are putting everything on the line here on Town and City. A winner's, like a grand final set against Colmar is on the line here, as well as the title of the final Fusion Online champion.
And you know that Don Padrino wants that run back against Colmar. You
Absolutely.
know he wants that. That was a clean 3-0 on the part of Colmar that only got harder for Don Padrino as that set went on. You know he at least wants to try with one of his other characters, potentially DK, maybe Ness, because Don Padrino does actually have a Ness as well that he used to use in bracket, but he hasn't used Ness in a very long time. But then again, against that Pac-Man, who knows? But yeah, ARJAY definitely is going to want a shot at that title as well, because you know definitely he wants his run back against Don Padrino. You know, both it's just a duel of runbacks here. You know that both these guys wants it, but either way, one of them is going to wind up heartbroken, gonna have to settle for third in this final Fusion online, this final Fusion.EXE, final online Fusion, I should say. Someone's gonna have to walk away, and someone's gonna win. It's time to find out who right now, as neither of these players have taken the first stock just yet. You see him setting up the charge shot right there with the bombs, nothing doing. RJ is also playing Samus. He knows that setup, and he's gonna do the ledge jump to jump above it as well, and as a result, he will wind up taking the first stock in this set.
Yep, those platforms are not safe. That, wow, and for either player, Don Padrino making the split-second adjustment there to go for the up B and catch RJ, go hunting up there in that in the upper echelons of that blast zone. And now, despite everything, despite that early lead, no player able to find a significant advantage here. RJ throwing out the projectiles, establishing this wall here, and winning the early damage race here on stock number 2.
Yeah, he was taking advantage of his positioning really well right there. He was right at the right side of the middle town and city platform, which was the perfect positioning for him to do exactly what he was doing, just lobbing charge shots and walling out Samus right there. Because you would think, okay, they'll just give Don Padrino time to charge his as well. No, it's not going to. Because of that position right there at the right side of the town and city platform, how do you approach Samus there? How do you approach Samus there? Seriously, real talk. Because the town and city platform in the center, this is ultimate we're talking about. You don't have the best of options off of the platforms, and as a result, Don Padrino was the one who had to approach right there, and he had pretty much no easy way to do it, which is why you never saw him do it, despite all the damage he was eating, and once again, eating even more this time around. He's got a whole stock to climb, Clamhat. This is not looking good for the hometown hero.
And after all of this, after everything that we went through, this is the 8th game between these two, and this is the 4th game that is a Samus Ditto, and it's RJ that has the stock lead. It's RJ that's lapped Padrino in percent, and it's RJ that's looking to take the final pivotal elimination game here.
And it's looking like he's gonna...
right there. That is it right there. That's another forward area off stage. That's a 2 stock from RJ after RJ looked